Alright, so 2 days ago we had another weekly Warriors Den live stream. And yes, I know they're not weekly, but we did find out that they'd be more frequent from now on, so there's that. Anyways, 2 days ago was the Year 5 Season 1 reveal, and UB let us know what they have planned for not only the start of the season, but a few things we could look forward to as the season progresses. So as always, I'm going to take a little bit of time to recap all that went down. I'll try to be brief and just deliver you the larger points. Sorry this video is a day late. Real life got in the way of me releasing this video. You know how it is. As always, if you do watch these videos somewhat regularly, I'd really appreciate it if you sub to the channel, as it really helps me out. Now let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Okay, so Year 5 Season 1 Asunder is slated to begin next Thursday, March 11th. It actually has some pretty cool art that got a bunch of people talking as it shows Daubini's helmet, so we can only wonder what that means. I don't think it means Daubini will be a playable character. I know Griffin, but I don't think they turned Daubini into a Viking or a samurai or a Wulin or anything like that. Anyways, with this season, we'll be seeing a new event, the Horkos Masquerade, a map rework for Forge, a battle pass, a co-op emote, and their Warden Rework is making its way into the game, along with a few other things. Then later on in the season, we'll be seeing another round of testing grounds, which will include Aramusha, Shigoki, Berserker, Janhu, Gladiator, Hitokiri, and Zhangjun, as well as some new armor variants. We're not sure what'll be included just yet, but we'll see when that arrives with the mid-season patch. Anyways, let's start off with talking about Warden and the testing grounds. So Warden's Rework is the next thing to make it into the game after the Peacekeeper and Nobu changes from the last testing grounds. A quick recap for those of you who aren't sure what was included in the original set of changes. Warden had his back dodge shoulder bash removed, but in exchange, his shoulder bash can be chained into by just about everything in his kit other than another shoulder bash. So he could do light into bash, heavy into bash, zone into bash, valiant breakthrough into bash, you get it. They also made his heavy finishers unblockable, gave them larger hitboxes, and gave the zone a shorter recovery. With the newer changes, they've tweaked a few things. The side heavy finishers will do less damage from the hefty 35. The side heavy finisher is now dodgeable after a top heavy opener. The zone attack is dodgeable, and the thick blood feat has been removed from the game and is now being replaced by a new passive feat called Thrilling Comeback. Thrilling Comeback will grant Warden health every time he pops Revenge. It didn't state how much health he'd receive, but granted how UB worked on healing feats not too long ago, I'd guess around 20ish HP, but I guess we'll find out very soon. UB's let us know that feats are something they're really looking into. Revenge attacks is gone, Thick Blood just got replaced, and I'm sure other problematic ones will be worked on as well. Now for the 7 heroes I mentioned a minute ago, the testing grounds won't be in the game come March 11th when the season starts. Instead, we can expect to see the next testing grounds begin sometime after the Horkos Masquerade event. They didn't give us an exact date, but we do know that the Masquerade event ends on April 1st, so sometime after that. We also have no idea what changes are coming or what they're working on for these heroes. With Shigoki, we sort of have an idea because, he was in the last testing grounds, but the rest, who knows? We can make some guesses, of course, but we really won't know what they plan on doing with these heroes until the testing grounds rolls around, or of course, if they just tell us outright, which I hope they do. I've been seeing a ton of people talk about how they're disappointed or upset that yet again, we don't see Shinobi seeing major work in these testing grounds. It is not because UB has just forgotten about Shinobi. I know we like to joke around about it a lot, but it's just jokes. I'm pretty sure that UB is totally aware that we all want to see Shinobi get some work done to him, no matter how you view him. My only guess is that working on Shinobi is a tall order. There's probably a lot of work that needs to go into making him feel like a hero on his own, while somehow making him feel like Shinobi in a way that's healthy for the game and makes people happy. Anyways, I was sort of surprised to see this many heroes being included in the testing grounds. It was probably my favorite bit of info from the entire stream. The only thing that would have been better to me is if they showed off or at least hinted at the next hero, which will arrive in Season 2 of Year 5, not this season. UB also let us know that they plan on doing even more testing grounds going ahead, which is a good thing to hear. Next up, Forge. So Forge is having some more work done to it after the update we got recently that also worked on Forge, and it looks nice. A new pathway to mid from the corridor that connects the A and C points, changes to the A point, and a lighting update. I'm looking forward to playing on it, and hopefully this will make me enjoy playing on Forge much more than I do now, but I guess we'll see. I know we were hoping for a new Dominion map, as it's been a pretty long time since we've seen one. Harbor was the last one we received, and that was back when Black Prior was the hottest thing to For Honor, so fingers crossed that one day we'll get at least one more. Now, one thing that made a lot of people happy were the introduction of co-op emotes or team emotes or paired emotes. Pretty much an emote that takes two characters and make them interact. The first one we're seeing is a chest bump emote. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but this is something that we have been asking for years. Pretty sure this was something that UBS showed off back in one of the original CG trailers, and people have been asking for it ever since. The chest bump is just the beginning. This opens the door for plenty of interesting emotes, and I don't think anyone will really mind if these are universal, because they sort of have to be for the most part, aside from, little variations. However, I do draw the line at seeing, Jang Jun and Shigoki doing sync TikTok dances. I'm personally hoping for a headbutt one, so fingers crossed. As for the event this time around, it's called the Horkos Masquerade. There's some pretty cool backstory behind it, as well as some, cool cosmetics. And of course, there's an event game mode that comes along with it. It's a variant of my favorite event mode, Carousel of Death. 4v4, everyone on the other team must be eliminated at the same time for you to win the round. The twist this time is that there is a neutral bot that sides with neither team that has modifiers and will try to take out all the players on their own. Whatever team manages to take down the bot will get their modifiers. It sounds like a fun mode that'll be played for a bit, and the map looks great. Now put regular old Carousel of Death alongside it and I'll be a happy dude. Other than that, they showed off some of the weapons for the new season, which are another, assortment of pretty ornate weaponry. It's up to you whether that's your thing or not, but I think the Vikings and Samurai have some really cool looking stuff this time around. As I said towards the beginning of this video, there won't be any armor coming at the start of the season. We can expect to see that come during Title Update 2 of this season, which is generally what we call the mid-season patch. So we'll see what's going down there. And that was pretty much it for the big stuff. Remember, next season is where we get the new hero, not this one. So around June. Again, they did let us know to expect more testing grounds and more Warriors Dens, which will be interesting as they mentioned something about fashion contests, which is something a lot of people enjoy in, the streaming community, considering we do a lot of dress up in For Honor. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. I hope it was helpful. Again, sorry it was late. You know how life just throws things at you sometime. I think this season will be pretty solid. Looks like we'll have, something to do throughout most of it, or at least it sounds like it. The event that goes down until the 1st, and then the testing grounds, and it sounded like they were hinting at another event after that that'll show how the Chimera are going about and show off their culture in the same way they're doing with the Horkos with the Masquerade. So maybe we'll see that, or maybe they'll save that for the next season and it'll have something to do with the next hero. Who really knows? All we can do is speculate at this point. And then there's that thing with Daubeny showing up in the seasonal art, so speculate away. As always, if you liked the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as it really helps me out. And also consider subscribing if you're not already subbed. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Ozzy landing good damage on Connor to start things off, but Connor landing the guard break, putting Ozzy through his blender. Ozzy eating another raw guard break. Nice parry by Ozzy. Nice bait by Ozzy. Ozzy firmly in control right now. If he breathes on Connor, Connor's finished. Nice guard break by Connor. Oh my. I can't speak. And Connor hangs him by the skin of his teeth. If Connor kills Keenan with 5 HP, it'll be the greatest clutch in our Fight Club's history. I'm at the edge of my seat again. Keenan needs to land one attack on Connor. Connor starting things off. Connor putting Keenan in the blender. Connor! Putting Keenan